Hello everyone and welcome to class. My name is Kay, your English teacher for First Additional Language Grade 9. Thank you for joining me and let's get started. All right, so today we are finalizing our lesson on advertisement. So last week we started with a lesson on advertisement. So today it's the final lesson, okay? So let's just do a quick recap, okay? We know the aim of advertising is to create awareness and most importantly, to sell a product or service, okay? We also spoke about the components of advertising, which are words, color, font, as well as pictures, okay? We also discussed the principles of advertising, which is your ADA, and a lot of you guys were very familiar with them. We all know that your ad must grab attention, interest, desire, as well as action. Right, and finally, we got to do a few tasks on how to analyze and criticize an advertisement. And I'm hoping that everybody is now comfortable with analyzing an ad. Okay. So we said a good advertisement should achieve at least one of the following criteria, which is to catch and keep the attention of the reader, to create desire to own the product or use the service, and to make sure the reader actually goes out and buy or use the product or service, okay? So this part right here goes back to what we said the aim of advertising is to sell a product or service, okay? Yes, it also, you can use advertising to create awareness, but the most important thing is to make sure that the product is being sold, okay? Right. So right in front of you, you have a couple of newspapers, okay? So I want you to have a look at your screen and you will see a couple of classified advertisements, okay? And I want you to think and let me know, have you seen this type of advertisement or do you know what is a classified advertisement is? Okay, so you can share your answer on our chat box. As you can see, there's the word classified advertising. There's the word again, classified ads. There's the word again, classified ads. So have you ever seen it? There's again, classified display. What does it mean? Or what is a classified advertisement? You can type your answer in our chat box. Have you ever seen it? Do you know what it's about? Or do you want to guess based on what you see in front of you? Okay, Dante Adams, he has seen it. Okay. Do you have any idea what is it or what is it about? If you look carefully this side, there's education, there's careers, there's service or services. Based on what you see, what do you think it's about? I think Simone is saying it's where the jobs ads are, or someone looking for work, which is correct, okay? What do others think? There's another aspect of it. Untitled is saying, I think it's an ad for a specific group of people. Okay, Cleopatra is saying, adverts which have been sorted out under a specific category. Yes, guys, I'm loving your answers. You have very interesting answers. And they are all true. Okay, classified advertisement is a small advertisement that you put in a newspaper, usually to sell or buy something. It can be cars, furniture, houses, or even to find a job or to offer one, just like one of you guys has said before. Okay, so the advertisements are grouped into categories or classes such as employment, services, for sale, hence the term classified, okay? But now the thing is with newspaper classified advertisements is that they do not allow you to use images, okay? So you can't use images. You need to make sure that you can fit in as much as you can from that small space that will be given to you. Okay. Right. So last week we started with this newspaper advertisement. And I did ask you guys to try and write an ad using less than 20 words and make sure you mention all the relevant information. Okay, is there anyone who would like to read the ad for us again before we attempt to do it? Do I have any volunteers?
Learners, raise your hand if you want to volunteer for the reading.
Yeah, I'm seeing somebody mentioning another person. Please, we want volunteers. Don't just point out other people to do it. Do we have any volunteers? Okay, in that case, I will read myself, okay? So your name is Jason. You have a small red 50cc scooter for sale, okay? It is in good condition and it is quite economical to run. You are selling it because you've managed to save up enough to buy a new one. It's 4 years old and has done a reasonable mileage. You've cleaned it up nicely. Your older brother used it before you. You are very fond of it. It's got a couple of scratches on the trunk. You are hoping to get 5,000 rand for the scooter, but you are prepared to negotiate if necessary. You give your home telephone number, but you need to indicate that you are at school in the morning. You are not prepared to accept a check. It must be cash. You've got the license for the scooter. Okay. So now your task is to write an advertisement to place in the classified section of the newspaper advertising your scooter, okay? So we've just spoke about the classified advertising section, right? So now you want to put your ad there, right? Write less than 20 words. Make sure you mention all the relevant information, okay? So 20 words, guys, it's very little. This is something you can manage to do like now. Right. So is there anyone who would like to share how they would write this? Less than 20 words. And you want to make sure that you mention all the relevant information. You can raise your hand if you want to read out what you've written, or you can just type your answer in our chat box. You can type your answer in our chat box. Please attempt, guys. Don't wait for others to start sharing their answers. Just attempt, just think about yourself. You are in an exam and this is the question that comes up. So how would you tackle this question? What would you say? Okay, I'm gonna share my answer in the meantime. So this is how I would do it, okay? Scooter, 50cc for sale, good condition, 5,000 rand cash, phone Jason after working hours. Okay, so as you can see here, I've mentioned pretty much everything that is relevant, okay? They know that they can call Jason after working hours because during the day, Jason won't be there. He's at school in the morning, okay? And also the price, it's there and it's indicated that it's cash because remember here, we said that Jason doesn't want to accept a check. See, you are not prepared to accept a check. It must be cash. So I said 5,000 Rand cash. So that person already knows that a check is not accepted, okay? And a person, they already know that this is an ad for a scooter 50cc, right? So do you guys want to share your answers? Did you have something similar? Did you write it in a different way? Or would you like to share your answers? Okay, we are going to move right along. Okay, here's another one. So in an exam, you might be given something like this, okay? So they will say your family runs a home business making products such as toys, ethnic jewelry, and clothing. Write out the advertisement to promote the sale of one of the products to tourists, okay? You should include the following in your advertisement: a brand name, a slogan, details of the product, and where to find it. Okay, so in an exam, if you come across something like this, whereby they give you a scenario and you have to create an advertisement from that, the first thing you do, guys, is to plan. Remember, we said when it comes to writing, it is a process, okay? You don't just go ahead and start writing. You first have to plan, okay? You have to do your mind map and plan what is it that you're going to write, okay? And once you're done planning, then you start writing, and then you will have your first draft, and then after that, you will write your final draft, okay? So this is how you would do it, okay? So you would first have the heading, which is Toys for Africa, and you would have the persuasive sentence, okay? In this case, it's take home a piece of Africa for your little one, right? And then you would have the information about the product, you would have contact details, and you would have your slogan, right? Now, my question is, why does the heading Toys for Africa big and bold compared to the rest of the text? Toys for Africa, why is it bigger and bold? As well as the slogan, it's also a bit bigger compared to the rest of the text and bold. So what would be the reason for that? Guys, please let me know what you think so that I know that you guys are following. Okay, James just said to attract the buyers, which is correct. What do others think? James said to attract the buyers. What do you guys think? So if you're creating an ad, why would you make the name of the business or whatever it is that you're advertising bigger and bold, as well as your slogan? Why would you make them bigger and bold? Yes, that is very correct. I don't know how to say your name. I'm afraid I might mess it up. But there's a person who said to bring attention to people. Okay, Dante just said because you want to catch people's attention, to capture their attention. Okay. All of your answers are very correct. Your heading or the name of the product or company has to be in bold or bigger, as well as the slogan, because you want it to be appealing. You want to attract people to want to read more about whatever it is that is being advertised, okay? And with the slogan, sometimes the reason why it has to be bigger and bolder is because it can create a perception from that person. So a person would see that there's Dream Delight, Dream Africa, and they would want to know, what does this mean? And then they will start reading the ad, okay? So your slogan and as well as your heading, they need to be bold and bigger so that people will want to read more about the ad. Okay. Now my question is, what is a slogan? What is a slogan? So when you are writing an ad, when you are writing an ad and you have a slogan, what is a slogan? According to your own understanding, what is a slogan? According to your own understanding, guys, what is a slogan? Whenever you see an ad, there's always a slogan. What is a slogan, or what's the purpose of the slogan? Okay, somebody's saying a specific phrase used in an ad. That is correct. Thank you, Amukelani. What do others think regarding a slogan? To make you remember there's a product, okay? It's a catchy phrase, market product. Oh, okay. It's a catchy phrase used by different advertisers to initiate interest in the buyer. Okay. Catchy line used to give the buyer interest. Yeah, that is very correct. So a slogan is basically a catchphrase. Others call it a motto. It's short and easily remembered. Okay, it's simple and catchy. So you guys were correct. It's a catchphrase that is used to help you remember the product, okay? Dante just made an example with its finger licking good. So my question is, Dante, is that KFC or is it chicken licking? Yolisa just said it's KFC. You see, you guys are able to remember that it's KFC because you are very familiar with the slogan, okay? So a slogan is basically a catchy phrase that is used to help the customer remember the product, okay? Right. So let's move on. Okay, now that we know the slogan and how to write an advertisement, okay, please tell me, with this ad, we did this ad last week Friday. Okay, which one is the heading or the name of the company? What is the heading or name of the company for this ad? Have a look at it, guys. No. Well, okay, ABSA is part of the entire thing, but what is the name of the type of service that is being advertised here? Yes, ready to work is the correct answer. Ready to work is the heading. There you have it there on top. Right. So the heading will always be on top, okay? The heading of the ad or whatever service or product that is being advertised will always be on top, okay? with a lot of ads. So even if you are writing your own ad, when you're writing a test and exam, you need to make sure whatever it is that you're advertising, the name of it, it's right there on top. Okay. Right. So what's the persuasive sentence or line? What's the persuasive sentence or line? Have a look at the ad. What's the persuasive sentence or line? Simone or Simone, I'm hoping I'm saying your name correctly, is correct. She is saying it's go from learning to earning, which is very correct. It is go from learning to earning. So it's actually a very good line, because once you read that, go from learning to earning, and you're a student, already you want to know, like, how can I do that? How can I go from learning to earning? And then after that, just like our previous ad, there's the information on what is it about and how to check it out. Their contact details there, their website. Right. And then what's the slogan? What's the slogan of this ad? What's the slogan, guys? Have a look at the ad. What's the slogan? Yes, that is correct. The slogan is ready, set, go, prosper. Okay. Let's have a look at this one. These are all the ads that we did last week. This one is pretty simple and straightforward. What's the slogan for this ad? What's the slogan for this billboard advertisement? See. Okay, use electricity wisely, that's correct. What's the message? What's the message? You've nailed the slogan. Now what's the message? What is the message? So basically the message, yes, I see a lot of you guys remember. Yes. So basically the message, it's for you to use electricity wisely, to save. Yeah, so basically with this advertisement, it's pretty straightforward, okay? The slogan and the message is the same thing in this case. Let's have a look at this one. Right. So yeah, what's the slogan? What's the slogan for this ad? What is the slogan for this advertisement? Okay. Why are you guys saying with your help we can achieve it and then just end there? That is not the entire slogan. That is just like half of it. Yes, it does start with your help we can achieve it, but it doesn't end there. Right, the correct answer is with your help we can achieve it. Please conserve electricity. Okay, so guys, when you are writing, whether it's a test or an exam, it's very important to complete whatever it is that you are saying, okay? Because the teacher cannot assume that you are trying to say something else. You need to make sure that you write full sentences and you complete your sentences. Okay, because I see a lot of you, when you answered the question, you said, with your help, we can achieve it, and you ended there. Yet the slogan doesn't end there. It says, with your help, we can achieve it. Please conserve electricity. Okay, so it's very important for you to complete whatever it is that you're trying to say. Because if I was the one marking your exam paper right now, I would mark you incorrectly because your answers are not complete. Okay, I can't assume that you are trying to say whatever. I need to know exactly what you're trying to say by you making sure that you write accordingly, you complete your sentences. Okay, right. So yeah, we've just completed our lesson on advertising. Is there anything that you guys are not comfortable with, that you need clarity on? Okay, I don't know if you can see from here that when you are writing, you need to make sure that, okay, it's not here. But when you are writing an advertisement, okay, just like when you are writing a letter, when you are writing diary entry, whatever it is that you are writing, you need to make sure that you have the number of words below, okay? Make sure that you count the number of words below, because normally when you are being asked to write an advertisement or to write a formal letter or an informal letter, they will always tell you the number of words that you need to write, okay? Maybe they might say 150 to 200 words, and then you need to make sure that you calculate the number of words you have written, you write them below. Okay, right? And also, it doesn't matter, even if it's an advertisement and you already know what you're going to write, make sure you plan first, okay? For each and every text that you are told to write, you plan, guys, okay? You do your planning, you do your first draft, and then you do your final for everything, every single thing that we have done together so far. Same thing when you're writing a summary, we did summaries as well. You do the same thing. You will do your planning, you'll write your draft, and then you will do your final, okay? So it's better that you start practicing now so that by the time you get back to school, you are already familiar with the whole entire process of writing, okay? So you can create your own topics and you can make sure that you do the homeworks that I give you guys just to use as practice for you, and I'll make sure that I give you some constructive feedback that you can use, okay? Right, so if are there any other questions that are related to advertisements? Are you guys going to be comfortable if you are asked to write an advertisement? Are you guys going to remember the purpose of the font, why it has to be bolder and bigger than the rest of the? All right, okay, if I don't have any questions, I am going to end my lesson. Okay, guys, look out for our lesson for tomorrow. We will be doing a book review. I will teach you how to write a book review, and I'll give you a few tasks to do during the week that you can share with us on our social media. And you can also email some of your work to me, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow for a book review and some language. We are going to be doing a lot of language this week, okay? Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please share the link and make sure that your friends, they join us as well so that we can have a lot of people in our class.